Hello and welcome to Season 2, Episode 5 of the Art of Trying podcast. How are you going, Mum?
I'm good. I just realised it always looks like we're having a little in-joke just beforehand because we laugh. Oh, it's just nerves.
Every time we do that, Mum, I'm saying something really, really funny.
Very funny.
Because I'm hilarious.
Yeah.
I'm hilarious.
Totally hilarious.
Anyway, how are you going, Mum? You good?
Yeah, I'm good.
Well, that's good.
Yeah. And how are you?
Yeah, thank you. Fucking Jesus. Yeah,
I'm
all right.
I asked you last week.
Yeah, so you asked me one episode of how many have we done now, Mum? 30 at least. 31, Mum.
No.
31 in total. We did 26 in season 1.
Oh, we did a special, didn't we?
We did a special.
Yes.
And this is number 5. So this is the 31st. We missed episode 30. See,
well, we didn't. We were there.
Yeah, but we didn't acknowledge it. We didn't. See, this is the issue of doing seasons. But anyway.
We'll do 50. How about that?
Yeah. Okay, yeah, cool. Our 50th episode.
Will it be around? No, it won't be around my 50th. No.
Yeah, Mum, your 50th,
my 50th
in
a long, long way away.
At least
long way.
12 years away.
Anyway, moving on. Shall we?
Yeah, well, we'll just jump straight into it. This week we have words coming out of my mouth.
Deb.
Not working. Deborah Terkely.
Terkely.
Yeah.
Terkely.
Pronounced it right that time.
Yeah,
Of Lada Soaps and Scents is our special guest this week.
What a fabulous conversation we had with her.
Fabulous conversation.
Just.
I thoroughly enjoyed it.
Yeah. Very good.
And I hope you guys are going to thoroughly enjoy it because we're jumping into it right now. Enjoy. Okay, good morning, everyone. Deb, absolute pleasure to have you on the show. Thank you for joining us.
Thank you, Deb.
for having me.
It's our pleasure. It's our pleasure. Now, Deb, we're going to do what we do with every guest first. We're going to, straight up put you on the spot because why not?
Put you on the spot.
So we'll do the quick elevator pitch. Give us your 1 minute bio. Who are you?
The most famous questions, hey?
I know.
Don't you love
I always find it so hard to tell everyone about me. It's like, who am I? Who actually am I? All right, so I'm a mum. I've got 2 young boys. My oldest is 6 and my youngest is turning 4 in a couple of months. So first and foremost, I'm a mum. I love them to bits. I love doing all mum activities with them, parks, and my little one absolutely loves baking. So we do a lot of baking together. But for myself, I really love doing a lot of personal growth and personal development things. So listening to a lot of speakers and just trying to always better myself and trying to better the family and to better the business as well. But otherwise, there's not a lot to me.
Well, it's perfect. Look,
That sounds like a lot.
We're all about personal growth here as well.
Yeah.
So
I was going to say, being a mum's pretty much a full-time job. It's hard, isn't it, fitting in other things?
It's a full-time plus more. My little just started preppy this year, so I realised how much more running around there is to do as well.
I can imagine.
Yeah, absolutely.
I can imagine. How is that all going in terms of because of COVID and they're all all the childcare centres and stuff were shut and now they're reopening and then they shut again, and how's it sort of balancing all that?
It's been interesting because I've just settled into school and he's been really loving it. And then this week when they closed for Monday, Tuesday, it was like, oh, mum's the teacher now. But mum's not my teacher. Why do I have to listen to mum? And, but I want to go outside and ride my bike. And I'm like, no, you got to do your work. So, no, I'm not cut out to be a teacher. So I'm glad they got to go back to school. But look, it's been good. He's settled in really well, which is the main thing, I guess.
Well, that's good.
Yeah,
that's good.
Excellent.
All right. First off, so you run the business. Now, I hope I'm pronouncing this right. Lada. Okay, Lada Soaps and Scents.
Soap and Scents.
So, Mum.
Yeah, I mean, I was just thinking about obviously you being a mum and being really busy with that side of your life, and then you decide to obviously take on a entrepreneur role as a business owner. And how did that inspire you? Why were you inspired to start up Larder Soaps and Scents? Where did that come from?
So basically, after we had our second son, it was pretty difficult for me to go back to work. So it was my husband works shift work. So his roster changes all the time. And then I did try and go back to work because I've always been in sales, retail sales and stuff like that over my working life. So I did go back to work a little bit after my youngest was 1, but it just didn't work out with my husband's shift work. It was just too difficult to manage his shifts, covering shifts when I had to work weekends, and it worked out to be too difficult. And we'd been making soap. Well, soap making's been in our family for over 20 years. So the recipes that I use have been passed down to me. So they're tried and tested recipes over time. And so I started making soap and giving away soap to friends who have got who've got sensitive skin, so eczema and stuff like that, and my laundry soap for stain removal. And one of my really good friends who's also got a small business, she's a hairdresser, said to me, well, Deb, why don't you start selling it? Like, why don't you give it a go? You're really good at this. And the soap worked for her kids who have got eczema. And she said, we love it. She goes, I definitely buy it off you. Why don't you give it a go? So an idea that my husband and I threw around, we discussed it, should we not, should we, we're busy with the kids and is it going to work? And in the end, he said to me, you know what, Deb? He goes, let's just give it a go. You got nothing to lose. We know that it works. We know that it's a great product. It's all my kids have ever known is our soap. And he was the one that backed me and said, you can do it. So that's how Larder sort of started, and Larder is our family name. So it's the first initial of all of our names. So it's a representation of our family. So L for Liam, A for Adam, which are the kids, D for Deb, and A for Andrew, who's my husband. So it's our family, and we're doing it for our family.
I love that.
So that's why.
That is so cool. I was going to ask you where the name came from, because I thought it was just like a play on like a lot of soap and scents, it was just, and obviously with the accent, it's like a lot of soap.
And I just look fancier like that. That was my thinking. But I much prefer your idea of where it came from. That is so cool. What? It is so hard coming up with a business name. I've never been so stressed. Like, choosing the kids' names was easier than choosing the business name, I think.
I totally agree with you.
It was so difficult.
Yeah.
What would you like to achieve with the business? Like, is there an overall sort of target or goal that you're sort of heading towards?
Yeah, I'm the kind of person that, dreams big and wants to reach for the stars. So I don't know if my goal or ambition is just like, what, Deb, are you totally crazy? But I would one day love to see our soaps on the shelves in the grocery stores, the organic stores, those specialty stores that you go to, not the big, Coles and Safeway. I'm not interested in those. I want the people that want to go for the organic, the handmade, the home produced, the small business type stores. When people say, oh, I've got sensitive skin or I'm having skin issues, can you recommend something? And someone will just say, oh, the Larder soap's awesome. Or when it comes to the stain removal, because our laundry soap is just incredible. Like, it will remove I can't promise anything, but 99% of stains you will not have to worry about ever again. So when mums have got food stains and messy kids from kinder and school and sweat stains, I want them to say, oh, that Larder soap is awesome. So
I love that.
I want people to know our name. And maybe that's overachieving, or just dreaming way too big. But that's where I want to. I think you have to dream big.
You certainly do. We've chatted about it before.
Go for those goals.
Brand awareness and someone knowing your name is like the best thing ever. Yeah, getting
dream
recommendations
big, achieve big.
Reach for the stars, and
that's what makes you do a little happy dance. Yeah.
Absolutely. There's a saying that's I've recently been exposed to maybe you've been given this mountain to show that it can be moved. And so when I absolutely
he's going to use that.
I love that.
I can't say it's not original from me.
That's
but
fine. I'll just say you quoted it. It's all good.
I do love it because, you know, when you do come across challenges in your business or your personal life and you think, how am I going to get through this? You think, you know, a mountain can be moved. I can do it. And it just, you know, it just refocuses you and you can move through things.
That's good. That's motivated me, that has. Oh,
I love it.
Oh, that's great. So you say that you mentioned that you started this business with your partner. But are there any challenges to starting a business within the family with your partner?
I think there can be at times. My husband works full time, so he has his normal shift work, which is not easy as it is. You know, he does his shifts every week, and then he comes home and generally, you know, I'll say, can you do this or can you do that for me? Because I focus on doing the products and he sort of does everything else. So when he comes home, if I need help with something, you know, sometimes he's really tired because he started really early, but then I'm like, oh, but I need you to help me with this, you know. So I think that's the only place where we have our struggles, because we both have our strengths in different areas. So where I focus on making the products and generating the business leads, I look after the social media content and dealing with customers. He does everything else. So he's a graphic designer by trade. So he does all the, like, he designed and did our website, created our website. He does all the packaging and design. So everything that you see on the packaging, he's organized all that. He's got a great passion and love for photography. So he's done all our photography. So, you know, we do absolutely pretty much everything. So our strengths are in different areas, and not only does he do a lot of the business side of things and you know what you don't see, but he's the biggest support to me and the biggest encouragement to me.
So that's the best thing about running a business with a partner. You'd say that Absolutely. You know it's important that you have, obviously you've got your challenges, but you know those are the important parts about running a business with your partner, isn't it? That, you know, what do you think are the best bits then about running a business with him?
Just that we can bounce ideas and talk about things with each other, and we have that level of understanding. And, you know, he celebrates the wins with me, and he knows how hard I work. He knows how hard it is to manage the kids, and then just say, you know, and I've got to make phone calls to different people and, you know, trying to get different opportunities created. And so he sees the struggles that I go through with sometimes trying to manage time and trying to get things done with business. But, you know, being a mum and a wife is first.
So he's your biggest fan.
So, he has to be.
Yeah,
I don't pay him, but he has to be.
Legally,
otherwise,
it has to be now.
You know. But you know what? We work as a team in life together. You know, as a team, as husband and wife to raise the kids, and this is just another part of it. You know, we're a team. We work together, and we have to support and encourage each other. You know, sometimes I need to be picked up, and that's what his job is to pick me up and say, you know, we can do this.
Yeah, and throw you back in the lion's den and go on, you can do it.
Yeah.
It's always handy to have someone in the family that has a specific niche like graphic designing and stuff like that.
Oh, it's amazing.
Yes, it is, Bradley.
It's something that's not easy, and you cannot teach creativity, I tell you that.
No, that's very true. Yeah, and it's weird, isn't it? Because when you start a business, you're looking at, as you are with my business, I'm about product base, and I see the product and I know what I want to do with it. But it's that side of the business that, you know, maybe I'm not good at the finance side. Nick does all of that for me, you know, and there would be no business without that, you know. So yeah, having that person there to support you during that time, and be able to say, do you know what, it's okay for you to go do that product side of stuff. I'll look after this side. But you've also got to meet in the middle, haven't you? And understand that I can't just leave him to it. I do have to have some sort of understanding. Like I try with Bradley, he does my photography, for instance, you know.
You do.
And I have to show some interest in that and sort of go, okay, I can't just leave him to do it, because then I don't have a whole aspect of my business. And it would be the same for you, that, you know, although the product is what you want at the end and that's what you're interested in, for the whole business to grow and to flourish and to move forwards, you need to know sort of every aspect of it.
Oh, absolutely. And because I've come from a sales background, for me, it's always been, you know, in the past, it's always been, you get the sale and then the other people worry about the rest of it.
Yeah.
You don't, it's not my concern how it's done. I just need to manage the sales side of it. And having your own business, you need to understand his point of view, that sometimes it's not easy just to do what it is that you think you can do, because with the graphic side of things, it's just not everything's possible. Whereas I think, just make it possible.
Just do it.
So I've had to learn about his side and what he does, and why things don't always just happen at the click of a finger, like you just think they do. But it's having an understanding and a respect for him and what he does, and how he makes it work. And he has the same for me. And that's why we work together so well as a team.
Yeah.
Fantastic.
That's good. Cool.
So let's talk about 2020. Now 2020 was a rather difficult year for a lot of people, I suppose. So how was 2020 for you? Like, for the business, was there any sort of struggles that you had to endure, and, you know, how did you push through that?
2020 was difficult for a lot of people and a lot of small businesses. So we were very fortunate that we were able to still continue through the year. Plans changed because I was planning on doing a lot more markets last year, because through markets you get a lot of great exposure. You know, people walking with their families, they like to look at natural products, natural soaps and stuff. And so I wanted to try and do more markets, but then obviously that all stopped. None of it happened because of the whole pandemic. So I had to sort of think about what direction we wanted to go in and what we were going to do. There were times where I had to remind myself why we started this business, remind myself of the passion that I have for soap making and for helping people. And this is why I was doing it. So in the end, it was it turned out to be a good year for us in the side of business, because I got many opportunities that I didn't think of, such as working with a lot of different hamper companies. So a lot of small businesses who make hampers, I contacted them, and so we've got our soaps featured in lots of different little businesses' hampers.
That's cool.
Some, you know, from newborn hampers, because we make a baby soap which is really natural and chemical free. So, you know, when parents use soap on their newborn, you've got a newborn baby soap. People with sensitive skin, so there were self-care packages, packages for mums, and then you've got masculine scented soaps. So, you know, come Father's Day, there were soaps going into the dad packs, and a lot of there've been a few cloth nappy companies, so for cloth nappies for babies. So the laundry soap has been really popular with them because they're a great stain removal. So they got stains out of the cloth nappies really well. So a lot of those companies started using it. And then recently we've just got into a couple of e-commerce businesses. So now we're available on some of the bigger e-commerce websites for purchase, and just recently into a physical store, my first physical store, which has been amazing.
That's fantastic.
So, you know, that's reaching for the stars. So
that is so cool.
Yeah, so it turned out to be like a really good year for us. I also introduced shampoo and conditioner. our natural shampoo and conditioner. So that's because people are looking for more natural products now. They don't want to wash their hair and their body with chemically produced soaps that are available in the, you know, or mass produced soaps that are available in your normal supermarkets. They want to go for the more natural produced soaps. And, you know, a lot of it's got to come down to educating people as well, why you should make the change to natural soaps rather than commercially produced soaps. So it was a big year in terms of like growing the business and looking for different opportunities, as well as a big year in educating customers and the general public about our products and why they're better to use for your skin.
Well, that's fantastic. So we've spoke about it before, haven't we, Mum? In just in aspect of changing and adapting to the situations that that occur. So that prime example right there. Yeah,
you absolutely have to. Otherwise, you lose motivation. And I think the biggest thing is when you get stuck, you have to think of your why, and your why has to be bigger than you. You know, your purpose has to be bigger than you. And this is something that I've come to learn. And that when I have those days where I'm like, oh, really? It's just not happening, because you're going to have a quiet week. You're going to have a quiet 2 weeks sometimes, but then you're going to have a fantastic week another week. So it's about remembering your why and why you got into this, and you know what you're trying to achieve with this, and how you're getting it out there, and your love for what you're doing and your love for helping people. It's got to be bigger than you. It has to be.
God, I'm motivated.
You speak with such passion about your business and your products, and it's incredibly uplifting.
Oh, it's contagious.
It just wants you want to get out there and go, yes, I can do this. So thinking about all of your products, what is your favorite soap or scent or candle or whatever?
It's such a hard question to answer, because all of the products we do, I'm passionate about. Otherwise, it's not included. And that's why in our soaps and our candles and our reed diffusers, I only have a small amount of scents that I focus on, because I believe that they're the best scents for what there's got to be a scent that's going to suit everyone. Not everyone's going to like all the scents, because we all smell things differently. But I want to focus on, like, my aim is always good quality, top quality products, and just producing the best that I can. So like in terms of the soaps, I'm absolutely loving our shampoo and conditioner. Absolutely loving it. And we've had such positive feedback from it as well. But just I feel that, and I notice the difference in my hair now since I've been using it, and I just love it. And I feel like when I finish in the shower washing my hair, I just feel the difference. So I really, really am loving the shampoo and conditioner, but I also really, really love our laundry soap, because trust me, having 2 young boys, the amount of spills and mess and like pen drawn on the couch, and I could not live without my laundry soap. Like I just could not. So you know, that's a lifesaver. But you know, the candles and the reed diffusers are just beautiful to have beautiful smells around your house. But my favorite fragrance is the bubbly. So that's just like a beautiful like a fresh smell. It kind of reminds you of strawberries, and it's nice and sweet, but it's not sickly sweet. So that's not one favorite product, I'm sorry, but I just like them all.
That's okay. I love a good soap. I love a good soap.
Yeah,
I love it.
You should try it then.
I should. How do this is just off the top of my head, how do you make soap? How is soap made? Because it's I've never known.
Basically think about making a cake, right? Yep. So you've got a mixture, right? So firstly, you start off with your good quality oils, and I've recently done a a step-by-step post on my Instagram page.
I'll have to go check it out.
It takes 3 days to basically get your bars ready. So you melt
3
your soaps
days?
one day. Yep.
Wow.
So you melt your soaps one day, and then like the night before, then the next day you basically make a cake. So you mix your oils and everything together, you mix it, you add your fragrances, you pour it in your big mold, and then you bake it. So it cooks in the oven.
Wow, you actually cook it?
Size. Yes, you have to cook it.
I
You have
did
to
not know that.
You wear protective clothing as well. So, you cook it. So your batch cooks, you take it out, then you let it cool. And then you leave it overnight till the next day where it's set. So it's like taking a hot cake out of the oven. You can't just take it out, it's going to fall apart. So your soap needs to cool down before you take it out of the mold, which is generally about 18-ish hours in the size that I make. And then you cut it up. And then it's got to sit in your drying rack for 6 weeks before it's ready for sale.
Wow.
So basically you can use it straight away, but it's quite soft, so it will just wash away too quickly. So the purpose of letting it sit for 6 weeks, some people would let it sit less, but I like 6 weeks because your bar gets hard enough that you can, once you start using it, it's not going to wash away under the water really easily, and it's going to last you. And the last thing I want is somebody to buy one of my bars and then just say, well, it lasted me a week and that was it. Why would they buy it again? They're not going to. So when I send it out, I make sure at least my soaps have a sitting time or a curing time at home for about 6 months.
Wow. So it's not made to order then?
Look, it can be. If you want a big batch of a certain scent, I can do that for you. But there is a 6-week lead time.
That's crazy. I did not know
soap
took
I
that long.
didn't know. I've learned something new today.
So jump on my Instagram page and you can see I've done a step-by-step, day-by-day sort of thing with videos. But it's not as easy as what people, or as quick as what people think. There is a process, and if you don't get it right, the batch is just basically it's rubbish. So when do you
find out if it's rubbish? Like
when you cut it up.
Is that in like the 6 weeks? After the 6 weeks?
No, just before.
When you take it out of the mold and you cut it up, you can tell if then you've done something wrong with the mixing stage, or because if it's not mixed properly or there's too much fragrance, you'll see that it's weeping and you'll know that it's rubbish. So, sometimes I get the nervous feeling. I get the nervous and the exciting feeling of how's this batch going to look because, of all the different colors, you get that excitement, but then sometimes there's a little bit of nervousness of, I did mix it enough, didn't I? And
so
and
very
then,
much like a cake then.
It's absolutely. It's like it's cake making, but on a different scale.
Wow.
But it's just I just love it. I really just love it.
Your house must smell amazing.
It must.
Oh well, you become accustomed to it. But when people come over, they're like, what is that smell? And then they'll pass the drying rack that we've got in the living room and they're like, oh, it's all this. Oh my God. And they're smelling. And, so you forget what it smells like. But then when other people come in and they can smell it, then okay, well, I am putting enough fragrance. It does smell all right. So, yeah.
Well, that's wonderful.
Fantastic.
Wonderful. Deb, it's been an absolute pleasure to have you on the show. Real quick, just plug your socials, plug your website. Go, get people going to your stuff.
Yes. So the business is Larder Soaps and Scents. So we can be found on the web. We've got our Instagram, our Facebook page, and as well, I've just started a Pinterest. So we're available on all aspects on the net, but definitely come and pop by, and it's Larder Soaps and Scents. Really easy to Google and drop by and say hi.
Wonderful.
Fantastic.
Again, thank you so much for coming on the show. It's been an absolute pleasure.
Thank you.
It's been fun.
You've really motivated
awesome.
me.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Wonderful. All right. There we go.
Said it was good.
Conversation
It was good,
done.
wasn't it?
She
was just so uplifting, and she had such lovely things to say.
I was so motivated throughout that entire conversation. I know I said it during, but oh my goodness.
How many things did she say that you're going to go, oh, grabbing that's going on the socials as a quote?
It's all going on the socials.
Yeah, no, she was very good.
I've got social content for at least a month now.
Yeah,
it's fantastic.
She was great.
Yeah, and I love good soap.
Yes.
How about how soap is made?
I know. I mean,
you cook it.
I don't know how I thought soap was
I thought
made,
it was
to
just
be
like
honest, but
I thought it was like I thought you would fridge it.
fridge it, cool it.
Yeah, that's the one. I thought you would like cool it. I thought it'd be a cooling thing, not a cooking thing.
Because you melt the soap first, and then you add the oils, and then you cook it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Love a good soap.
Enlightened, but
love
yes,
a good soap. And if you love a good soap, and if you want all that stuff that's
I'm very interested in the stain remover. She
sold that.
She really sold me on that.
that.
I'm gonna go and have a look.
If you guys are interested in how do I word it? She worded it perfectly.
I don't know.
Pants.
I don't know what you're looking for.
The whole
organic
fragrance,
not
fragrance free because it has fragrance.
Yeah, it does
I'm looking
have...
for like toxin, chemical.
The chemical.
That's the
chemical
one.
Free.
Chemical free.
Oof.
If you're into that, or organic, chemical free, and you want to use stuff like that, and if you suffer from,
and that's the way, as you said, so many people are going at the moment. We don't want chemicals in our lives. We want more natural.
Because people are so. People's skins.
Yeah.
Jesus.
Oh wow!
Am I all right?
Let's just go.
Especially if you have sensitive skin.
Yeah.
It would, because you mentioned people that suffer with eczema and stuff like that.
Absolutely.
So yeah, if you
maybe I should get some for James.
Yeah, maybe.
That'd be a good idea, because I think when you've got eczema, you'll just keep going until you find something that works, and clearly lots and lots of people find that her soap works, which is great. So
very ambitious as well.
Hugely ambitious. I love that. I love
Wish
the
I
fact
had
that
the
she
ambition.
just she's just going to keep reaching and
reach high, achieve high. Love it.
And if you fall, that's what I think.
That's fine.
Reach.
Keep going. Well, guys,
she was good.
I hope you enjoyed this week's episode. We certainly did.
We did. It was great.
Just checking my new watch, Mum. I don't know if you saw, but I have a new watch, everyone. It's fantastic. It's a smartwatch.
Oh, it's hybrid, Bradley. It's hybrid.
It's a hybrid smartwatch. I think it's very very passive aggressive as well, Mum, because it often notifies me to move. It's just I get a vibration on my wrist, and all it says is move.
You definitely need
that.
That's
a bit rude. That's a bit rude.
Move.
But yeah, no, I thoroughly enjoyed this week's episode.
Yeah, it was really
thoroughly
really
enjoyed.
Good.
Join us next week. Next week we'll have another special guest.
Do we?
My words are coming up very well. Next week we have another special guest. A very good friend of mine, Curtis Reader. Owner.
I thought it was Reed.
No, Reader.
Oh.
Unless I've been mistaken for the past few years of my life. No, it is. It's Curtis. It's Curtis Reader. Because you may be getting confused with the business name, which is Creed Media. You may be getting confused with that.
Yeah.
So yeah, he's the owner, the founder. He's everything of Creed Media.
Very ambitious young man.
Oh, incredibly ambitious. Inspires me every single day. And if you want, go check him out on his socials at the moment, because
he's next week, yeah?
He's next week, yes.
Fabulous.
Because he's doing lots of stuff on his socials at the moment. Yeah. But yeah, go and check out Larder Scents and Soaps on she said it, but we'll say it again. Instagram. I was going to say podcast, but we're the podcast. Instagram, Facebook. She just did a Pinterest. She has a website as well, Larder Scents and Co.
Oh no.
Larder Scents, Soaps and Scents. Oh Jesus. Today is not my day.
Larder Scents and Soaps.
Go check her out. Go buy some stuff. Support some small business. Especially now that we're out of. We didn't even mention it, Mum. We're out of our lockdown.
We are. 5 days done.
5 days done.
Easy.
Where are all those people that are saying it was going to be more than 5 days? Awfully quiet at the moment.
Very quiet.
Awfully quiet. Anyway.
Talking of that, I'm going to go out.
You're going to go out? Yep. All right. Well, thank you so much for listening. We will see you next week. Follow us on our socials at the Art of Trying Podcast on Facebook, Instagram, TikTok. I might set up a Twitter. I don't know yet. YouTube, if you watch YouTube there, go give us a subscribe. Follow us on all of them. Stay up to date, and we shall see you next week for episode 6 of season 2. Thank you very much, everyone. Goodbye.
Bye.